You sold me out. You sold every one of your fans out. I had the same chance you did of going back. But you know what? I said no. You want to go up down there. You want to be on Channel 17. You want to be part of CNN Center. You want to be a part of Jim Hurd and his crew. Well, I've got one message. One message.
Where's the referee when you need him? Got a nice game for us.
You suck, Gilbert!
on me. It's your own fault. Because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be there. So you tell all these people it's your fault I won't be back.
Where's Smith? Hey, where's Smith? Tell him you did this.
Well, actually, I really don't care whose fault it is, and I don't care who's coming back. All I want is Luna back in the ring.
Shows.
Okay,
Cactus Jack.
we're in 91.
You must have known from the first match with Jack that you guys had just this.
No, we didn't. I'm glad you brought that. You're great at this. You're natural. He's a natural. The first match that he and I had, and if you ask him this, he'll tell you if he really thinks back about it. The first match that we had was like a 15-minute draw, I think, in Philadelphia, the first match. It stunk. It was the worst match I probably, and going out there in front of the hardcores and knowing what kind of match you got to have. And what was funny was that Jack or I neither one of us knew whether we were babyface or heel in Philadelphia, because when I came back up, the last they had seen me, I was a babyface in Atlanta. Cactus Jack looks like a heel, but he had his hardcore following. And so it was like split, and we weren't working the right way. We were just having a regular match. We didn't know what was yet to come until the first time that we were booked in a gimmick match, and that's what we asked to be booked in, whoever that was the next time. I'm trying to remember what that was. The first of the series, whatever that was, so much of it. So when we came back in our first gimmick match is when we took off, and we were just able to kill each other and go all over the building, and whatever came next, we just went with it. If I saw him with an umbrella and he's about to hit me, he just hit me. If we got up on a table and he picked me up for a pile driver, it was just coming. Whether the table stayed there when he come down, a lot of times it didn't. It just went down to.
Okay, but what about when you dumped the trash can, you picked up the bottle?
Yeah, that was our. Oh man.
Because it looked like you were thinking for half a second, should I or shouldn't I?
Good, I did a good job. No, that was another time too that we always try to think about what can you do that haven't been done and stuff like that, and everything about that was very much it was a wine cooler bottle. So if you know how hard those things are, that's how hard it went over his head, because what I had to worry about when I hit him with it was to make sure that I hit him hard enough that it did break. And that was what I took the time out looking a couple. That's a thought, because first off, I didn't know, it's a small bottle, and first off, hitting him like this with it, I don't know whether when it breaks, if it's going to stab me in the hand, cut me, how bad it's going to cut him, and I just knew though, but because him and I both had just laid our bodies on the line for each other for these matches, and we knew that we couldn't go out there and do any less for anybody else. The people that paid to see it, for Joe Goodhart, for ourselves and for everybody else. I mean, we take too much pride in what we do, and that's the way he felt when he came off the side of the apron with his elbows, and he's just, he's killing his hip. And I kept telling him, I'll keep telling him today, and if you see this, please quit doing that to yourself. So he comes off the apron with those big elbows on the floor, and he's killing his body. But we agreed to do that when I went out there that night. When we got the garbage can down, saw the bottles, and I went, hell, this is great. And whacked him with it, and it busted. And it was a great feeling, but there was a lot of worry about it beforehand. But after it was over with, I was happy. I remember seeing Cactus at the intersection beside the Marriott. We were so happy over the match that when neither one got showered at the arena, we were still bloody. We dry blood on us, all over our tights, everything, but we're so like, yes, this is great, it did it, the bottle, did you see that? And he got carried back, no. And we were so happy about that. I remember pulling up next to him at an intersection at a traffic light, and he was staying at a separate hotel, though. I look over there, and I look, and there's all this tape around this guy. And I didn't know what he was driving, didn't know what he was in. I said, man, that guy's been in an accident or something. He's sitting up there. I looked over, and I looked again. He turns out loose and gives me that funny-looking grin. And it was Cactus with all this tape and bandage and all this. And he's walking into his hotel that way. And I walked into the lobby of the Marriott with all the wrestling fans there. And I had tape. I couldn't get my head stopped bleeding. I had a bad cut right here in the middle of it. And I had taken tape and put a gauze pad on it and did it real tight, and it stopped. And Doug was with me, and we got inside, got up to the room, the Marriott room. I remember Stan Lane and Cornette and those guys were there. Tommy Rogers and Bobby Fulton were there that night because they were in the dressing room. And Doug went out with them. I couldn't leave the room that night. I wanted to come down because I couldn't get my head to stop bleeding. And I had to stay in the room all night. Like I had cabin fever. I wanted to see everybody, I wanted to talk to everybody.
That was the hardest court bar scene that probably there ever was.
Yeah, and I wish, yeah, I know, because a lot of times I do enjoy getting to talk to a lot of people and getting their opinions on stuff. And that was one night I wish I could have come down. I couldn't. There was no way.
That's the one bar where the wrestlers get applause when they come down.
Yeah, and it's a good feeling too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but those matches with Cactus were the some I'll never forget. I love watching some of them sometimes.
Now, what did you think when he flipped into the barbed wire and hung himself in that?
He's nuts.
I mean, were you worried about him
crazy.
then? Because he lost a lot of blood that night. He had to go to the hospital that night, didn't he?
Yeah, he lost a lot of blood last night. So he lost. I think the most blood he lost was the night of the bottle, and the barbed wire. The barbed wire didn't. The barbed wire probably did less than than it looks like. Just for the fact that that we tried to keep it off of it. It was very. I mean, this guy really and truly, this guy Cactus went out to really make sure y'all saw a good action-packed man and do stuff to himself just to inflict pain for your pleasure. And he did that barbed wire just for the fans, for all you out there.